I believe this is for us. Oh, you know, just another lovely spring day out here. As you guys can see, we got snow the other day. What is going on, guys? Welcome back. It has been a few days, I think 2 days. Sunday was Easter, so we had a lot of stuff going on with the family. And then Monday we were at the shop. We were pretty much cleaning up. The thing needed a good cleaning, so we got the shop cleaned up. And we did a little bit of work, but we had to go finalize a lot of the stuff for the Wrenchworks spring launch, which is right around the corner. So get excited for that. It's going to be sweet. We're going to be giving away a bunch of stuff, a bunch of cash again, and that, like I said, should be coming very, very shortly. But we actually just picked up, ooh, that's a, man, this is bumpy. It is bumpy. We just picked up the rest of the stuff from the powder coater, so we have all that to assemble. I've kind of pretty much decided that, you know, I was going to originally wait to, you know, put coolant in it, fire it up, do the first torque. We're just going to go ahead and put this thing together. I don't want to wait anymore. I want to assemble everything we can. We're still going to be waiting for tuning changes, and we're still going to be waiting a little bit for our new Steed Speed manifold, but I think we have a little bit of a workaround for that, just so we can get this thing started, fired up, and get this thing assembled. So I don't really want to run it without an exhaust manifold or turbo and get it all up to operate. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard what these things sound like with no exhaust manifold, but it's not, they don't sound all that great. So I don't know if it would really essentially hurt anything or not, but just something that I'm not going to do. But anyway, we're still missing parts and pieces, but we're doing the best we can. We're getting it done as fast as we can. I can assure you guys that. I am making sure we have everything we need, and we're just waiting on stuff that's out of our control. But anyway, that's gonna do it, and we're gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna show you guys that box that we picked up that came in, and yeah, that's it. As you guys, maybe you guys that live in the Northeast, we got another snowstorm, which is just absolutely ridiculous. All I want to do is have it be spring, but anyway, you're not going to control that either, so it is what it is. All right, so like I was saying, what I originally want to try and do is get the first gen done, get that dialed in, see if we're going to need to swap that turbo, and kind of go from there. But this weather is not helping that out either as well. So we are going to continue on getting this thing done, buttoned up, and we're just going to put the rad in it, get the fans back on, get the intercooler back on, start getting that stuff done. I think today we are going to be getting the news on a possible solution for these plugs, so I can get the intake horn put on. Before we dive into today's work, just want to show you guys quick. Here's the rest of the powder coat from the Fleece 2nd gen swap. Our 3.5-inch charge pipe on the cold side. Got the rest of the cowl tracks. Gonna get those completely installed. I forgot to mention yesterday, while we were here, we did finish off getting both sides of the cowl tracks back in. The leaf springs, they're all done, tightened back up. This thing is back on the ground. We have really no further work besides putting on these bars left to do on the ground, so I figured we'd get this thing off the ramps. It is back down on the ground, starting to look like a truck more and more every day. We did fill the transmission fluid up, so we are good. Once that thing fires up, we're gonna have to put that thing in neutral right away, start dumping in more fluid, but I got it pretty much as full as I can do right now without it circulating all of the lines and the cooler and stuff like that. So it's still gonna eat up a couple more quarts. Got the oil filled up, and I think that's pretty much it. I know I forgot to say that, but let's get to what is in the box that we picked up first here. These are the new sway bar links. These are from BD. These are nice. They have nice poly bushings in here. Some assembly is required. Oh, by the way, we stopped and got some nice cheapo floor mats for the first gen here, because it's just getting, I don't want to mess up that new nice black carpet. But here are the pieces here. Nice poly, really hard poly bushings, but you know, there's plenty of people who make sway bar end links that use like Heim joints and stuff like that are really nice, but these are nice because they're rebuildable if we ever get that far. But we'll put these together, we'll put these on. These are nice. These are for basically a stock height truck, which they should work for a little bit lowered. I don't know if we've ever been over, now that this thing's back down on the ground, I'm sure since we kind of have been working on this thing, there's probably a lot of new people. So suspension setup on this thing is lowered quite a bit in the rear. I believe we're running 3 leaf springs on this thing. Yeah, 3 leafs. And that's pretty much it. This thing is as low as it can go in the rear without really going crazy. The front has a full wrap cut off of the coil and shock tower delete plates, so it's a little bit lower in the front. Definitely quite a bit lower in the back, but still a little bit higher in the rear. These are 22 by 12s, and they are a 285/45/22, which is kind of like a 31-ish, 32-ish tall tire. Stock control arms on this thing. At one point we did have 14 wides on it, so we did actually, you know what, these fenders are not trimmed. These are not trimmed. I was going to say the 0305 front fenders were trimmed quite a bit on this thing. These are not trimmed whatsoever, and it does not rub whatsoever because the tires are a little bit smaller. So just to go over that now, I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch more questions later on, but a little overview on the side profile of that truck. But that's it, boys. We're going to get to assembling this stuff, assembling the front end. These are the brackets to hold the fans on. Our shocks, I think, are back ordered, but those will come in hopefully the following week. But anyway, here we go. Let's get to work. Oh, wait, not yet. This is a tow ready. Basically what this does is you can unplug your factory 7-way pin connector plug, and this has like a 5 foot, what does it say here? It doesn't say the length, but this is a pretty much ready-made, pre-made whip to run from the back of your truck, and it runs all the way up so you can put a plug inside your bed. So we're gonna install a 7-way plug in here so when we're towing the gooseneck, the cord can stay wrapped up inside the bed. So we're just gonna kind of mount that sucker right like that. This is a pretty much plug and play harness. You can splice it in yourself, but this is a much nicer kit. So we're gonna do that as well. All right, so we got our sway bar bushing pretty much loosely all assembled. Just has to be tightened up, but ran into a little bit of a problem, and it's really not a problem. It's just something you have to do for these certain year trucks. I believe they say 2000 or something to 05 or 06. Your sway bar holes are actually a little bit smaller than I think 06 and up. They utilize a smaller diameter hole, which most of these kits, I totally forgot about, make you drill out this little tab here that holds your sway bar. So of course we do not have the size drill bit that is required to drill these out. So we're actually gonna run out and grab that drill bit quick, and then we can finish the install on these. Pretty nice quality. I didn't realize that these bushings kind of had to be pressed in, but a vise took care of that. You might even be able to beat them in with a hammer, but they weren't that bad. So got those put in. We're gonna probably undercoat these at some point to match the rest of it, but pretty nice stuff. Not all that bad. Relatively on the you know, affordable side, I would say that too as well. So pretty nice stuff. The cowl tracks are now completely done. I think we're pretty much at this point wrapped up with all of the underneath activities. So that's where everything is at, guys. We did get word. I'll let you guys know. We don't have them. We're gonna probably probably get them overnighted, but the issue is resolved with these 90-degree connectors. I know some people were saying just unpin them and flip this up or something like that. Now, that's great, that would have worked, but what is even better is Cummins for, and I think it might even be an industrial application, like in a boat or something. They have these connectors, but they go straight out. They're little short guys that come straight out. I can utilize my factory plugs. I don't have to repin, redo anything. They just come out straight. Then what can happen is the harness can kind of just come around the other side, kind of come straight down here and plug in straight, and there's enough room between here. So we're gonna get those coming, so we will have a permanent, nice OEM solution for the harness. So we'll be able to utilize our nice Banks intake horn. So really, really, really happy about that. Probably the best news all day. Alrighty guys, after running and getting the drill bit and being on the phone and talking with Allie and talking with Andrew, it is now 9:30. And it is just, some nights are extremely difficult to get things done, just phone ringing, everything. I'm not even going to get into it. You guys know that. But we did manage to get one side in, done, and drilled. As you can see, we had to end up taking the wheel and tire off to get a straight shot at re-drilling that bushing. You can't get it from the inside out, and you really need to kind of be able to turn your wheel and take that wheel off to get a straight shot hole. So you're not really drilling it out all that big. It's just very, very minor. You're just kind of reaming it. But we went and got our drill bit, went and got that done. Everything just kind of needs to be tightened up, but there is a look at the BD sway bar end links. These will obviously balloon out a little bit and squish down, and this will kind of move down a little bit, but that is a pretty good look. This cord is right in our way, but pretty happy with them. Pretty nice. I like the fact that, you know, a year from now, you know, we can just replace those nice poly bushings and away we go. And yeah, we're good. And they're, like I said, on the affordable side. So big thumbs up in my opinion on those things. We're gonna go ahead, pop the wheel back on here, do the other side, and go from there. Alrighty, so we got our crash bar, our upper and lower rad and intercooler support in. Those are bolted in and done. I'm going to scuff them up and get them painted up real quick. This bottom bar, with the way it slides, always gets kind of scratched up all the way there on the end, as you can kind of see. So I usually just try and touch that up while it's in the truck. We went ahead and got our Flexolite fan supports laid down here, got that all ready to go in. The hardware that I have is not stainless, and it's kind of beat up a little bit. All the washers that are not stainless are starting to get a little bit of nastiness going on. I'm going to switch out to stainless socket head Allens like I've been doing on the rest of the stuff. 6x1mm is what these are. So I'm probably going to wait to do that just so I can get some better hardware that doesn't look so crappy in there. So we're going to wait on that, and that's pretty much it. I think it's, at this point, it's past 10 o'clock. It's actually past 10:30 at this point. So while we did not check off everything that I wanted to get done on the list tonight, we did knock out a couple things. So tomorrow we are gonna lock ourselves in here. We are gonna be getting a bunch of stuff done tomorrow. I can promise you that. I also got some big news for you guys tomorrow that we'll probably go over. Some life stuff, some stuff that's been going on that I wanna keep you guys clued in on. So make sure you guys stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Give me a big thumbs up if you would. I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.